What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Lesser Athletes. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, another interesting video for you here on the channel. My review for Backlash 2025. Now, Backlash is fully done. We go on to the next PLE or live event, which is main event. Saturday night's main event, which it's going to be a little interesting. I wonder how good some of these matches are, or if it's a glorified house show like it usually is. Probably the last one I just said. But today we are not talking about Saturday night's main event. We are talking about Backlash. Let's get started and let's kind of talk about the review overall. We're going to go through each match, why I liked it, why I didn't. So let's get started. Let's kick off this review with the match that also kicked off the show. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight versus Damian Priest. Now, did I like this match? I think this was a great match, and I think it was a good match. I love fatal four-ways and triple threats. I especially love it when people are doing moves on moves on moves on moves against each other. They didn't do it as much as, some other ones that made it so good and made triple threats and fatal four-ways so good, but they did do it a lot. But at the beginning, didn't happen. I mean, we saw the one-on-ones happening. We saw then them going on their separate ways. McIntyre and Damian Priest knocking themselves completely out. There was really good spots. I will have to say, sucks LA Knight took the pin, but I ultimately believe LA Knight's taking the pin because they did this with champions. When champions are losing and not doing well, you give them something and all that goes away for the baby faces. So they couldn't have maybe Damian take the pin because they don't have big plans for Damian. I'm thinking LA Knight might win Money in the Bank. So if he wins Money in the Bank, so what? He took all those pins. He now has Money in the Bank. Drew McIntyre obviously wasn't going to take the pin. Damian Priest was the only one that we thought was going to take the pin, but now it kind of makes sense. Same with Jacob Fatu. Ultimately, Jacob Fatu won. And let's talk about the other craziness in this match. Jeff Cobb debuting with the Bloodline. Now, I got to be honest with you. I never made the connection with Jeff Cobb and the Bloodline. Should I have? If everyone kept saying he was going to debut for Backlash? Probably. But I didn't. And the reason why is because he's Hawaiian. I didn't think he would be part of the Samoans. But then again, we have Tongans. So what? So be it. I ultimately just believe that it's not a bad thing. I think I saw some people not liking it, not with Jeff Cobb. But I really do believe this is how we start the breakup of Solo and Jacob Fatu. Ultimately, Jeff Cobb taking control over Solo, making Solo look more and more heelish. And then I think we're going to get some really good matches out of Jeff Cobb, Solo Sikoa, all the above. And I really do believe that Jeff Cobb will be very good in WWE. But I'm scared because of Solo, he won't get as good as what we had hoped. But Jeff Cobb is still very, and I mean very, very talented. So we will see on that end. But I really do believe this was great. It extended storylines. It made a lot of sense. Next, in the next match, Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. I'm just going to start out and say this was a great match as well. Technical, and the technicians in both of them were insane. Fast, quick matches. Really liked. I love the shenanigans. I love the storytelling, and that's what makes wrestling, is the storytelling. Very great overall. The only thing I didn't like was maybe the finish a little bit, because I don't really like roll-ups as much, but I still do believe that this match was amazing. Lyra Valkyria has really shown why she's a top-end talent in this division, and she's looking better and better each day. Becky Lynch elevating Lyra Valkyria, it's great. I'm expecting Becky Lynch to still win this championship, either at Saturday night's main event, either at, I'm trying to think, Money in the Bank, or something like that. I just expect Becky to have this title. Maybe they extend it all the way to SummerSlam. I hope not. But I'm expecting Becky to win this title and then ultimately set up maybe a triple threat of Lyra, Becky, and Bayley, or Becky and Bayley straight up at SummerSlam. I'm just expecting some big things from these two, and I'm guessing it's going to keep continuing. Up next is Dominic Mysterio versus Penta. This is the first match that when it says, was it good, I go, because there's two reasons why. One, let's talk about in-ring. It was great. I thought it was good. It wasn't anything that I was like, oh my God, this was amazing. It was good. It was a pretty good match. Two, the reason why, if I said good on that, well, what's bad about it? This could have been a Raw match. This could have been a regular match. And the reason why, and even I said in my predictions before this, that feels like just threw it on the card because they've had Dominic versus Penta on a Raw after Mania. Dominic and Penta went against each other technically in a fatal 4-way. To me, it was like we didn't need this match. We did not at all. And I thought, okay, what craziness could happen for this to be warranted on a PLE? Could they have done, Finn winning or screwing Dominic Mysterio to give it to Penta? Could they have gave it to, new debut of a new member? What could have happened? El Grande Americano costs Penta? That's what we're setting up? I mean, obviously that's okay to set up, but it could have happened on a Raw. It could have easily happened on a Raw. So that is the only reason why I don't love this match, but it's still pretty decent. Up next is Pat McAfee versus Gunther. I thought this was a great match. Now, there's a reason why I kept saying in my predictions this should be a squash or this should be Gunther absolutely just killing him. So this is what happened, which is very good. Commentary kept nonstop saying, Gunther could end it here. Gunther, you can do it. Why will you just keep it going? Stop making an example. Obviously trying to protect Gunther to say he is an amazing wrestler. He could end this whenever he wants to. He just wants to keep telling Pat McAfee to teach a lesson, which is great to hear. That's what you want to hear. You knew Pat McAfee wasn't winning. You knew Gunther was going to. This match was great. I actually had a great time watching this match. This is one of my favorite matches on this card. And I really do believe it's because Gunther made Pat look great. Pat looked great. He had some good moves at times. Gunther looked insane. And that's the thing you want to do, is make Gunther look crazy. I really do believe that this was a much-needed match for Gunther to have right after that WrestleMania. He could have ended in. The thing is that commentary kept saying nonstop, we could have ended the match. We could have ended the match. You can end it now. And he chose not to, which is so great to hear. Up next and final one, John Cena versus Randy Orton. Don't cook me in the comments. Was it good? Yes-ish. I have to be honest. I thought the match was pretty good. I don't think it was amazing. It's pretty good. But that's not what we're all here for. We are all here because of the nostalgia. We're all here because it's John Cena versus Randy Orton one last time, as they say. We're here because it's John Cena versus Randy Orton at the end of the day. So, was it amazing? I don't think it was something that blows me out of my socks. Still a decent match. Maybe a little overbooked in the end. We all knew the finish was going to be a low blow, some way, some form. I like the setup with R-Truth ultimately making John Cena turn on R-Truth. I thought it was pretty good. Did I absolutely love the in-ring match? Not as much as maybe others, but I still thought it was pretty good. Again, we're not here for the in-ring match. We're here to see John Cena versus Randy Orton one last time. I can non-stop keep saying that I wasn't expecting an amazing match out of them. I wasn't expecting them to go out and make a crazy banger because, one, John Cena after that main event did not, or kind of proved to me that not as great. Maybe won't be as great matches in the ring for here on out, but it's nostalgia. Randy Orton I knew could get a pretty decent match, and he did. So yeah, that's why I say yes-ish. Now, is this as worse as the main event of WrestleMania? No, I think this was still way better than that. I have to be honest with you. I would grade this match a 8 out of 10, and that's not bad at all. I'm saying was it good and great is usually 8.5 and higher. Maybe this is 7.5 out of 10. I really still liked it. It's not like anything that I'm hating on it. I think it was still good. It's just my opinion. And I really do say that it's built off nostalgia, and that is okay to say the in-ring wasn't great, but the story, nostalgia, the history makes it better. And that's okay. And that's why I say yes-ish, because it's just a little different than maybe others. Still good. Still great at the end of the day. And the thing with Backlash that I said in my predictions that Backlash is here just to continue stories and to keep growing with stories, aka Jacob Fatu and Solo. Makes a lot of sense. Lyra and Becky, elevate Lyra. Dom winning over Penta and El Grande. Pat and Gunther, Goldberg. Cena and Randy. Cena keep fighting for a challenger. I have to be honest with you. That's what Backlash is for. Backlash delivered. I thought this was a pretty good PLE for what it's worth. Maybe it's because I didn't have any high expectations going in, so when there was actually decent matches, I was really high on it, and it made it feel a little bit better. So yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know anything down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.